everyone, so welcome back. I'm so excited we've got another garden video because so many of you enjoyed the last one, which made me really happy. I think lots of us are at home at the minute just kind of doing our gardens and really getting into it. I definitely am. But before we go into the updates, because we've done so much over the last week or even a few weeks, I'm going to talk to you about today's sponsor, which is Native Deodorant. Now, this has actually rocked my world. I have talked about them in the past as my favourite deodorant because it's all natural, vegan, cruelty-free, and just ticks all the boxes. The only box that they didn't tick with the last 3 deodorants that I've used from them was that they were made from plastic, the packaging. But they've come out with their plastic-free packaging, and I'm just over the moon about it because now I can use my favourite deodorant without worrying about the plastic packaging. I'm just so happy, and I just think it's amazing. So I'd run out of my last set of Native deodorants, and then I've been using these plastic-free ones, and it's amazing. I was reminded of how good these deodorants are because I have been gardening a lot more, I have been outside in the sunshine a lot more, and I have been trying to get back into kind of an exercise routine, and I never smell. I only smell like the delicious scents that they come in. So my favourite scent by far is the lavender and rose one, just because I love everything lavender and rose. It's just my favourite scent in general. Alex's favourite, he's been using them too, he's like hooked on them as much as I am. He loves the citrus and herbal musk, which is this one, and this is kind of a scent that I think is a bit more unisex. It's really, really, really lovely. But yeah, my favourite is definitely the lavender and rose. Very fresh, does what it says on the tin, and I just really like they have so many different scents. I also have the coconut and vanilla, which is probably my second favourite because this just reminds me of the beach, and I love, it's very, very summery. It is actually the morning right now, so I'm going to put some on. So you just push the bottom bit here and whack it on. Sorry, I'm showing my armpits on YouTube. It's not sticky, it's not dry, it's easy to apply. I just feel like this combines all the things that I was after, and I couldn't be more happy that they're now plastic free. So yay, thank you Native. And another thing is they do arrive in a paper bag, so no plastic involved in the packaging, and I really like to get 3 of them so I get them all in one go. So Alex can have one, I can have one, and then there's a backup, and they last a really long time. So if you want to get your hands on some Native deodorant, then the first 100 people who click the link in my description and use my code, which I'll put on the screen here and leave in the description down below, will get 25% off and free shipping, which is awesome. I'm sure you're going to love it just as much as I am, and I hope I've solved your problem if you've been struggling to find a good, natural, cruelty-free and vegan and plastic deodorant. Ticks all the boxes, guys. But yeah, let's get into the garden updates and the sweat-proof gardening footage, because we've done a lot and I'm really, really excited about how the garden's looking now. We're so close to being done. So let's show you everything we've been up to. Hello, I'm in the garden and I wanted to kind of show you where we're at and maybe also show you the bits that we've done, because we've made quite a lot of progress and I'm really happy. We're like on the last stretch now to making everything just kind of look neat and tidy and easy to take care of, so we can kind of start making the garden as we want it. But yeah, we're just kind of trying to get it fresh and ready. So I think last time we had done that flower bed, so the other day, or the other week really, I planted some herbs, so I will show you that now. So I have planted some of the herbs. I'm gonna plant some in pots because I'm just wary I don't want to go too far over, and I know that mint grows like crazy, and I feel like oregano will as well by the looks of it, by how it's doing so far. It's already grown loads. I think I'm gonna use these pots here. I got these on Facebook Marketplace. They're like old terracotta pots. So I'm gonna put the tomato plant in there, the coriander and the basil, just because I thought also if they're in pots, the coriander and the basil, I can access them easier because I use those loads in cooking. And then I've got a sage and a mint, and yeah, I just kind of thought it'd be useful to put them in the pots so we can put them wherever we want. But that was really annoying. There was loads of roots and I didn't know what they were coming from, and I feel like they're going to grow again because this was where there was a big like grass bush, but I did as best as I could to get them out, but sometimes you just can't, and I'm not experienced enough with gardening to know what to do, and also I'm not about to dig up the entire bed. I know that there are probably solutions, but I just wanted to get the herbs in, but we'll see if it's a success or not. I'm gonna make lunch now, and then I'll come back and pot the remaining herbs. Myself planting all these herbs, and now we're moving them all. They were too close together because we've changed plans, haven't we?
Yeah.
So I was trying to do them along the edge because we weren't going to keep this flower bed. So originally we were going to keep the flower bed, then we weren't, now we are. So I'm moving them so they're spread out, because this mint, look how big it is. I know that mint overtakes, and I know loads of people are probably going to say put it in a pot, it will take over.
Yeah.
But maybe if it does start to take over, we'll keep trimming it back.
Oh yeah.
But yeah, mint, rosemary, oregano, curry plant. Oh, this is another rosemary that's fallen over. And then we've got some sage. And then we've just got some dahlia or dahlia. Dahlia. And I think I'll plant them maybe along the edge or somewhere, so this looks a bit more full. And Alex is going to finish off yesterday's work. Yay. So since planting the herbs, we did realise, as you saw, that they were a bit crowded, so we kind of moved them. And I also planted some extra flowers. I'll show you what the flower bed looks like now. It looks so much better. So here is our amazing mint plant that has grown like crazy, and it's going to continue to grow, and I probably should have put it in a pot, but I love mint, so it's fine. This is a little curry plant. This is some rosemary, some more rosemary, a different kind, which I actually need to cut some off of because I want to use that for some cooking. Here we've got some sage, some coriander and some parsley. It's not looking its best because I feel like Alex put it in there, but I feel like it would do better in a pot. So yeah, let me know any tips you have on things like, you know, the ones that are longer stems. And then here we have some oregano, which is starting to flower, which is so nice. And then we have these amazing dahlias. So we have these yellow ones, which are just so stunning, the colours, and this one here. And oh look, there's a little one there. There's two. In the middle we've got a rose bush, which isn't flowered at the minute. We've got this hydrangea, which I think in the last video you see we cut back, and it's already grown back so much and is completely thriving. So it's got like two really big blooms coming through, and all these leaves have come out. It was just completely cut back to nothing, which is just so impressive because it was just really tired. It was massive before, but we just thought, let's start again. Roxy, off the flower bed. Come on, off you get. Here is a clematis, which is actually a bit mental. When we got it from the garden centre, it was all like, ooh. So we've tried to train it to go on this wall, and it started to wrap itself around all the wire, which is good. And then hopefully when it blooms, which probably won't be till next year, it will look incredible, and it's making its way all the way across here. Might have to redirect it a little bit because We've also got these two here. This was one that my dad planted. I think it's a hydrangea. And then this is a climbing rose, which we need to attach a bit here because it's kind of going off. The ivy might be a problem, who knows, but the idea is just to cover this whole wall and also kind of hide this oil tank because it's an eyesore. We might move this oil tank, I don't know, but for now, you know, it's there. We've got this tree thing which hopefully should get bigger. The rose bush should get bigger and this also should get bigger, so it should kind of hide it. And that's where we're at here. The patio, after all that progress, it's not looking the most attractive. We've got to do something with this dining table because it's just too big for the space right now. We're trying to figure that out. Maybe gravelling another area or something. And we need to de-weed again. Now the next area is the actual main garden, and I'm gonna flash back now to when we got rid of so many brambles and so many weeds. Loads of progress. Look at this. All of it's gone. This one was both helpful and a nightmare. But we've just got to finish getting rid of all these brambles and clearing it out, and then maybe put some grass seed down so grass can grow there instead. Yeah. So this is what it's like now, which is where we're at today. Ignore all the random stuff in the garden. It's because we're in the process of like taking everything to the dump and sorting all of the stuff out. So we removed all the brambles and cleared all of this, which is great. So the tree can thrive. This is such a beautiful tree. I can't remember what it was called, but my mum did tell me because she did look it up. But it is gorgeous. And we've got these which were amongst all of the kind of weeds and stuff here, but they're evening primrose and they're just so beautiful that I didn't want to get rid of them. So we're just going to leave them there. And then over here is where it used to all be gravelled. So this used to all be gravel because it's kind of like an extra parking space, but we don't use it as a parking space. So we're not sure what to do with it. I think we're going to try and move all of this sort of soil and then grass seed it. But I don't know, it's just such an effort to try and get rid of all this gravel or to gravel it again. But I think that what we're going to do is get all this soil, there's lots of soil there, There's lots of soil there, and I think we're just going to soil it and make it all into grass. So there's just all grass all the way over here, and maybe we'll re-gravel something at some point. Over here, eventually we're going to turn this maybe into another flower bed or something, but I don't know. We're just going to, like I said, start fresh. So my job now is to mulch the flower bed. We have got 2 flower beds at the front, which are probably actually the nicest part of our garden, because it's small and I spent so much time on it. But I don't really want to show the front of our house. It's just for security purposes. Like, I've shown you our front door, and I feel like if I also showed you the flower beds, it's a bit meh. So that's just going to be something that we keep to ourselves. But it is gorgeous, and I'm so happy with it. And I mulched it because there were lots of weeds coming through, and it's just made our lives easier. So we're going to do that now. And Alex, I think, is going to spend some time putting all this soil, and then we can get rid of all the crap and put some grass seed down and start strimming it all, so it all kind of has a fresh start for us to kind of play with here. So yeah, I'm going to mulch this area now. Ta-da! So hopefully this looks a lot better. Obviously all of these plants need to fill out. Like the rose bush is going to get bigger, this is going to get bigger, so it feels like there's a lot of empty space, but it will all fill out over time and become a proper kind of like herb garden at the front and then flowers at the back, and should look lovely. We didn't want to put anything too close together because we want to give things room to grow, and hopefully the mulch should help weeds stay down, and yeah, looks great. What do you think, Al?
Spider.
No, what do you think of this?
That's great.
And you're going to be doing bits over here? Just hung up the washing.
Precisely.
Yeah?
Yeah, what we're doing.
I guess putting the soil elsewhere and then putting that in a bag to take to the dump.
Okay.
Yeah?
Yeah.
And you could, so
I wonder what to do with the pots.
our neighbour's going to have these pots, but you can plant this plant and that plant.
Oh yeah.
If you dig out,
Back,
if you dig out that and dig out that, then you can plant them at the back next to the primrose.
Cool.
And I guess trim all the edges and the grass and stuff, really. Yeah? Well, yeah, this is the, not all today necessarily, but yay!
Into a spider web.
So, change of plans. We've been cleaning and tidying and sorting and doing stuff all day because it's Sunday and it's like 5 PM, so we're going to stop with work on the garden and make dinner instead. So we'll leave the rest of the kind of grass and this main area of the garden till next video.
Yeah, I think what's left will be like a video's worth or a day's worth.
Yeah, we want help from my dad as well, hopefully, because we're not really sure what to do. So we're just gonna work on it this week. If we every day I'm going to use the garden as motivation to finish work early every day, so I can come out and do bits and hopefully do bits. That just reminds me of Love Island.
Yeah.
And hopefully we can make a lot of progress. So give this video a thumbs up if you enjoyed it, and stay tuned for some more garden updates. I think the next video, what?
Sorry, look at that. This is what she does every day. She just points and sniffs.
She's point. I think that the next video it should be like the garden, not done, but like done in terms of like we've got it to being nice, and then we can work on it from there.
Yeah.
Done in terms of like making it not a mess anymore.
Yeah, it'll be nice and ready, and the grass seeds will be down.
Yeah, so I'm excited.
Yeah.
So we'll see you in the next video. Hope you enjoyed this one.
Righty.
Go follow my our Cornish cottage and remind me to post on there because I'm terrible. Yes. I'm going to start posting again this week, so go follow me on there, and we'll see you in the next one.
Bye.
Also, Alex, give them a smell. No, they actually smell good. Come on, be honest.
Let's get in there.
Don't, oh, come on.
Smells like lavender.
Doesn't it smell good? And guess when I put this deodorant on?
Is that the correct scent I'm
guess
supposed to be smelling?
Yeah, guess when I put it on?
2 days ago?
Yesterday, not 2 days. I shower I shower most days, but I haven't showered because it's the weekend.
Given how much we've been doing, so
yeah,
quite good.
I didn't shower today because it's a Sunday, so highly, highly impressed. I'll leave the links to Native
Out of all the ones
in the description.
I was using all those last time you got them. And
Yep.
they're the only ones I've ever found that like
Yep,
work.
me too.
Of all the
Because there's, like I said, there are
deodorants.
others that work, but they're like, they don't work as soon as you get sweaty and as soon as you go to the gym or gardening or it gets hot.
Yes.
So
Also, the only problem last time was it came in plastic.
yeah, so
No, it doesn't.
problem is solved.
Yeah.
Love it. So check out the link in the description for the discount, and thanks to Native for sponsoring this video. Now we'll say goodbye.
Bye.
Bye. Yay!
What?
Yay! Yay! Thanks for your help. Oh.
I didn't like that.